Hey, this is Dean from Leatherwolf, and you're watching CMS TV.
But anyway, back to Derek Sherinian.
Okay.
So I don't know if you follow him on X or not. I'm already calling it X because I hate Twitter. But it's the new name, so I'm calling it X. But on X, Derek Sherinian took the best pop shot ever at fucking Ace Frehley. Did you see this?
I did not see this.
It's great. Let me pull it up here. And he's right to do it too, at least in my opinion. I'll get your opinion as a musician. But
well,
here he is. I have studied harmony and music theory at Berklee College via scholarship, but I am having problems analyzing what is happening here.
oh, is this an Ace solo?
It is an Ace solo.
Oh boy.
Let me blow it up to full screen. This is Ace Frehley, who's having all kinds of problems on this tour. It looks like his manager gets arrested at one gig for threatening to kill a promoter. He's had Neely and I did another show that he did that he was just horrible. It seemed like he was drunk or not drunk, but honestly, it seemed like he was on pills or something. I'm not saying he was, but it sure seemed like it.
Would that surprise you?
He's clean as far as I've heard.
Well, yeah, but again, that wasn't my question. Would it surprise you?
Hey, nothing surprises me. Except for this performance that I'm about to play for you right now. I'm going to play it. First time I'm going to play it through just to see how horrified you are, but I also, on the first time I play it through, want to see if you could tell me what song it is.
I was going to ask if we know what song this is. Okay,
we do know what song it is. I know what song it is.
Is it a Kiss song?
It is definitely a Kiss song.
Okay.
And it's one that, as a Kiss fan, you should know.
I do love the classic Kiss records.
I do not, but even I know this song. This is
Okay.
a super common Kiss song.
Okay.
So we'll go with that. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Yes?
That's obviously some variation of Detroit Rock City. Oh my God. Like dude, honestly, that is every musician's worst nightmare.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's him fucking up? Do you think he picked up a wrong guitar that's like down-tuned or not tuned correctly? A little of both?
My first inclination is to say that it would be the grabbing the wrong guitar thing.
Yeah.
Because when he hits the chord at the very end, if I remember right, I think that's an A, which is an open. And when he hits it, it's lower than the other guys. And he kind of looks like he's fumbling around for notes while that abortion
like
is
he's
going
trying
on.
to find the right sound, like he hears that it's wrong and is trying to find it.
I mean, dude, just the way he's looking around and not rocking at all. It's, oh shit, how do I correct this?
What happened?
Yes, I have seen people do that live, and it is like, oh my dear God, Jesus in heaven. I actually had that happen one time during one of my shows, and it was, oh my God, like some guy got up to guest with us. And he's a good guitar player, but he was way more drunk than we realized.
Right.
And we go into this harmony guitar solo thing we'd done a few times with him, just jamming around. And he was all over the place. And I literally just walked over and put my hand on the strings and stopped his playing. I was like, no, we're not. No. No, I'm not having that. Not today, buddy.
You ready to watch this again? It's only 30 seconds.
Here we go.
There's a lot of clanking around in here too. Sounds like not only him. It sounds like the whole band is like. And again, I'm not a guitar player. I don't know. I don't know what you guys hear like in your monitors or whatever. But if you hear this, do you adapt or do you just try to play through it the way you know how to play it?
For me, because I've actually had this happen. I had it happen just on Friday night. We have a guy. We had a huge falling out with our bass player, as I told you, and the fill-in guy was off by like 1 or 2 notes here and there. And he was trying to figure it out because he was just nervous, and I just kept singing what I knew was the right note. I'm like, just fall in, dude, because it's like if you start trying to sing to that or play to that, it makes it so much worse. Because then other guys don't have an anchor. Like the guy who's lost, you hope he hears you and sees you with confidence and goes, okay, I need to be doing that.
Right.
So this doesn't look like that.
No, this is really bad. But
all
right, let's check it out again. This is Ace Frehley. From one of the recent Space Ace tour dates, I guess. So let's check it out.
All right, stop right there. Okay, you notice the one guy's not playing.
Yeah.
But Ace is already out of tune with the bass player.
Yeah.
And so that's a problem.
Who's at fault? Is it Ace? Is it the tech? I mean, who are we blaming here? Somebody got to take the fall here.
Yeah, well, I wish there was a better camera angle to see like the hand position on a fretboard. I'm going to bet anything that it's not the bass player, because if you're these guys and you're like Ace Frehley's backing band, you're not risking a gig like that, a consistent touring gig, by being a fuck up like that.
Right.
Especially in a song you've probably played on bass 1,000 times.
Right.
So I'm wondering, like I say, maybe it's a different, the guitar was tuned differently, grabbed the wrong one. It does sound like Ace might be like 1 fret higher than the bass player, which is like the worst of the brown notes, because it's like you're almost at that note, but not quite. You can't get there. So maybe he's like 1 fret higher.
Okay.
But then when the other guitar player comes in, it just all goes to shit.
Yeah, let me back up, because this is such a jewel. And how funny is it, me, who is not a Dream Theater guy at all, and I just happened to see this on Derek Sherinian's Twitter.
Well, and he's a pro. Like he's a pro. So if he's like, I don't know what's happening here, like that means there could be a number of different things at play here.
Yeah, and of course that dummy Alex Grossi checked in and said, "It's all rock and roll, man." Shut up.
No, the fuck it's okay. You know what?
Shut up.
No, it's not. Sometimes it's shit. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear it's rock. That's not rock and roll. If you paid to see that and that was what you got all night long, you're not leaving the show going rock and roll, man. You're leaving the show going, what in Christ's name did I just pay $30 for?
And some of those people that are there for this song. Mm-hmm. It's Detroit Rock City. It's not some obscure record off of the Trouble Walkin' release. It's not something like that. This is probably end of the set. Don't you think?
You would, either that or the beginning.
Or it's either the first song, or last song, or encore.
Could you imagine if this was the opening song? He does like the intro. You're all pumped up for Ace. He comes out and this happens. Could you imagine that? Oh my God.
That would be bad. Oh my God. Then you spend the whole rest of the set waiting for him to fuck up again.
Yeah, you are on pins and needles. Yeah.
All right, let's watch this again, because this is something. Holy smokes. Sounds like they're both off.
Yeah, that's the problem here. Is like everybody's off from each other, so it's like, okay, who's right?
All right, but
okay, I'm
asking as a non-guitar player. Don't like as a bad drummer, and I'm admittedly a bad drummer, but as a bad drummer, you only really know one way to play a song. You just play the song.
Yeah. Is
that different in Guitar World? Do you play it differently? depending on what you got in your hand?
No, I mean, okay. There's a lot of all the guys I know. They're very into like the feel of the instrument, so they prefer their own guitar.
Right.
But if you have to get up there on somebody else's guitar and like say do a jam, like you could do it. Guitar is a guitar in one way. This is like, what I'm wondering now. I have to think that on a tour, like granted it's Ace Frehley, but I know that on some of these tours, and Eric can confirm or disconfirm this when he's back, but to my knowledge, there might be only one guitar tech on this tour. It's not like the rhythm guy's got his own, Ace has got his own. So this, maybe it's the guitar tech. He completely fucked up the tuning and handed him each something got confused because those guitars are way the fuck out.
They don't match. I mean,
no.
This part here that we're playing right now, where they both are playing together, it sounds like both guitars are out of tune.
Yeah, well, and the bass is off tune from both of them too.
This is unbelievable. And just think, you probably paid $60-$70 for this.
God bless him.
I mean, I don't know that to be true. I don't have any idea what it. There's no chance I would pay for an Ace Frehley show. But if somebody wants to tell us what it costs, please do.
I think it was like $45 last time he was at House of Blues because I looked. Admittedly, I do want to go see Ace one time. He's my favorite member of Kiss.
Well, look at what you can see.
I was going to say, maybe I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might just want to watch your old DVDs from 1977.
Right.
This is fucking terrible.
Oh, my God. It's so off you can't really tell. Like Derek Sherinian said, like, I can't tell what's going on.
You almost can't tell that it's Detroit Rock City.
Like, Ace's part sounds correct. Like, and in tune. So I'm wondering, okay, is the bass off? Well, no, just his guitar part, I mean. Like, if you took out the bass and the other gets, like, at least when he's just
you
playing
think he
with the bass
sounds
player,
in tune?
Okay, follow me here because you don't play.
Yeah.
If you take that bass guitar out when Ace is like right now, the other dude's just clapping his hands. He's not playing guitar, so it's just Ace and the bass player. If you take the bass player out, if you listen to it's that sounds correct. It sounds like the bass is a little bit off from that.
I think you're dead wrong. I think we need to listen to it again because to me it sounds like.
Wait a minute though. Okay, but you're talking about when the harmony guitar comes in. When it goes off the rails is when it goes to the that is when he's like ooh.
Let's see it again. We'll figure this out. You think that's in tune?
Okay.
That's this guy clapping, only him playing guitar.
If the riff is being played correctly.
Out of tune.
But now wait a minute. We don't know if he's out of tune or if the bass guitar is out of tune. That's what I'm saying.
That sounds like it's tuned to L.
Okay.
As in way too low.
But he's already tuned low because he's not a high singer and he's got to recreate some Paul Stanley shit when he can. Like,
rip it out.
Dude, it's fucking Ace Frehley. The guy's like 70 years old. He's not tuned in standard 440.
I feel uptight on a Saturday night.
Right? I mean, I would love to hear the rest of the song. So that way, if we had like context of what.
Yeah, I do wish we had the whole. I don't even know where it's from to look, but all right, let's I'm terribly intrigued by this because it's so bad. This might be the worst I've ever seen by a pro. The only other one I could think of is there was a really bad Michael Schenker. About 10 years ago.
I was thinking about that one too. It sounded like he just learned how to play. I was like, what in Christ's name is this?
Where he was clanking around, but he was like high as a kite that night and he was just fucked up. But all right, let's try this again. Here we go. Space Ace.
That second guitar is definitely way out of tune.
Way?
That second guitar is definitely fucked.
Dead tech or senior moment.
Yeah. Dude. God, I hate to make this reference, but maybe something did happen to the tech. Dream Theater actually had one of the techs on their tour. The guy for Tosin Abasi.
Yeah.
He just died out of nowhere like a couple days ago. A few days shy of ending the tour. And he's just up and croaked out of nowhere.
Boredom?
I think you would have liked Devin Townsend, but
Oh, it was Devin Townsend. It wasn't Dream Theater. All right.
yeah, no, it
Sorry.
was Dream Theaters. It was Animals as leaders, Devin Townsend, and Dream Theater.
Whose
So,
tech was he?
Tosin Abasi, Animals as leaders.
Oh, well, wasn't Dream Theater's tech.
Right. Yeah, that second guitar is way fucking out.
Yeah, in the Rumble, they're saying that you could see the bass player trying to nudge Ace and tell him, hey, straighten up, fuckwad. See if we see that.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely like, hey, I don't know what he's saying. He's probably saying, fix it, dummy.
Yeah, dude, honestly, the whole tech thing, but if you're a guitar tech, like, how do you fuck up two guitars that wildly?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is like I say, like he's got guitars tuned to like one might be D all the way across, one might be like E flat all the way across. Whatever. I'm not great with the notation stuff, but that's the only thing I could think of is that he set these guitars up and handed both of them an incorrect goddamn guitar. Which might make sense when you consider, like I was saying earlier, like when it sounds like the bass player and Ace are one fret off. That's what tuning. If you do a 440 tuning and then go to an E flat, that's basically what it is. It's like a one note difference, kind of, if you want to phrase it that way. And so that would make that horrific brown sound.
Maybe John Ostronomy should be threatening the tech instead of the club owners. I mean, jeez, oh man. No offense, John. I still love you.
Oh, Jesus.
We're past our war now. We have no hate anymore.
Yeah. I can't even, dude, when that other guitar comes in, it's like, oh my God.
I love it. It sounds great. Let's hear it again. I can't get enough of this.
This is staggering to me. This is seriously every musician's worst dream.
Yeah,
Like, it's their worst nightmare. Like, because it's like when there's no way to correct this.
And especially if you're a national artist now, because what we're doing right now just happens.
Yeah.
Everybody hears it, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh. God, the only time I've heard shit like this is with a broken string. Like if someone breaks a string, they can't help it then. But this is not the case.
No, this is just bad. All right, here we go.
See, there he's hitting an open chord and it's low.
Yeah. Oh.
I think this is probably also a lot of they hear it and they're like, oh shit, what fret should I be on to make this sound good?
Right. Oh, it's just poor.
Oh,
so after seeing that, do you still want to see Ace?
Now I kind of want to see if it happens again. Yeah.
Now you're like, yeah, $45 and this could happen? Fuck yeah.
I'd be texting from the show. You won't believe what just happened. It really happened. All I know is that somebody doesn't have a job today. Somebody does not have a job.
All right, but they're out on a small tour. Can they fire somebody in the middle of the tour like that?
It's fucking Ace Frehley. He doesn't think about that. He thinks there's a fuck up. I look like an asshole. You're out of here, dude. Remember, he was out and he did that thing. The whole reason he has this backing band, who are excellent players, by the way, is because they were Gene Simmons' band, and Ace and Gene did those solo shows together out in Europe or something, or maybe it was just one. And when Ace heard Gene's band after the show, they got back to the States, and Ace fired his entire band and hired Gene's entire band.
Yeah.
So of course he could fire a goddamn guitar tech on the fly or whoever. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, I agree with Far here in the chat. Why not just stop the show, have a laugh, and get it sorted? Agree.
Yeah, dude. But you know what it is? Like, people absolutely will not tolerate that. I still catch shit from the Brother Believe Me guys because we were playing out at Put in Bay one time. and it was nothing but an older crowd in front of us. And the guys had front loaded the set with all this pop music, like fucking Imagine Dragons and Neon Trees and all this crap. And I mean, you want to talk about going over like a fart in church. And finally, after like 8 of these songs, we're in the middle of a Neon Trees tune. And I just go, stop, 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 stop. They look at me with like venom pouring out of their ears. I'm like, play some goddamn Tom Petty. And then the place started rocking. But I have not lived it down till this day because you never stop a song. That is like an unwritten rule.
Yeah,
but in a case like this, I'm with
horrible.
Farr.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make the argument the other way. If Detroit Rock City, and for me, as a very casual Kiss fan, like not a huge fan, Detroit Rock City is one of the songs I would want to hear.
Yeah.
And if they played it like shit and it just tried to gloss over it like it didn't happen to be shit, I would be furious. I'd be much happier if they got to this solo and were like, don't know what happened, but this is fucked up. Let's do it again. You guys want to hear it again? Woo!
Yeah.
You know, and that would be better. And then if it sounded really good, then you'd be like celebrating. I guess the negative of that was, what if it doesn't sound really good and it sounds like that again?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that's definitely not a playing thing because Ace is actually fretting the notes in the proper position.
Right.
So it's definitely, a tuning thing. And I think you can hear the other guy trying to find what note to harmonize with him on, because he goes a couple different ways with it.
Right.
So yeah, this is, oh my God, like
pretty poor.
I've never heard something like this happen at especially with an artist of this caliber.
Yeah.
Like, say what you want about him. I mean, he's world famous. I mean, you would not expect this to happen at a show like this,
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's really bad, but